with inflation, zero. Like we're not gonna take it into consideration.
Okay, no, definitely no. What do you think about 2 times inflation?
Told us why you think?
It's a way in which I can earn the percentage of inflation. It's just we're having the same cost, both teams. I can cover. For me, it's kind of complicated because the situation in the country is not that good. So I can cover those fees.
And since the situation is not getting better any soon, so
I need to make sure.
even though if the inflation goes up, you will keep the 2 times. You are not gonna pay more even if it increases.
And for example, what do you think about the payment for services in dollars? We can take this point later on because, well, 2 of inflation is kind of strict. So, for example, in the payment for services in dollars, we want the 100 payment in bolivars. If we want this, we can like make an arrangement with the inflation that we want.
Well, no, we want at least 70% in dollars because of the inflation. It's
There's
the
no
same.
way of getting
This-
70%.
Okay.
Well, what we can give you is 60% in bolivars and 40% in dollars.
And what do you think about 50 and 50? 50% in
No
dollar,
way.
50% in
60 or
bolivars.
40, no way.
Okay,
We're
but the
not
problem
paying.
is that we need to pay the importing machinery and the payment of our
Yes, but you only need the 10%.
No,
No, we don't.
we don't. We really need more because of importing.
Well, you have more clients, don't you? You should use them. If you
What-
take 40%
You
of each
have-
client, you can get your whole budget.
Yes, we do have more clients, but we need to make sure that you are paying the. We are just trying to make something that is just the same for both. I need to gain, you need to gain. We are making a deal in order to gain both, to make a relation between win and win. So I am asking 2 times the inflation, and I am asking $50 and $50 in bolivars.
We only take 2 times inflation for
Okay.
60 and 40. $40.
And what do you
60
think
bolivars.
about the time? The time of payment.
We need
Okay, right.
important cash flow, so we need 90 days to pay.
90 days. No,
After-
there's no way if we are taking the 40% in dollars. We need at least like 30 days.
After the date, the travel sent, the travel
After the least.
What do you think about considering giving us part of an anticipated payment and another percentage
It should be.
days after?
But the problem with that is you will short the travel in time, complete, with no problem.
Yeah, as a company, I could.
And what
Adjust.
happens if it's late?
If the product doesn't arrive in time.
Of course, my times are just taking into consideration all the variables that can have between one point and another. So
Yes, of course.
without
That's
any
why
problem, I
we-
have a margin in which I respect. If tomorrow is going to be, tomorrow it will be.
We will settle a fee. If the product arrives after 5 to 10 days, you guys will pay a fee of the product. If it's more than 10 days, then the fee will increase. That way we ensure that the product will be there on time. You guys can have an anticipation in 35 days.
Okay, an anticipation. Which percentage of the payment you are going to give as an anticipated payment?
We are able to give you 10%.
Got about 15%.
No.
15%, and I will cover the fee if I have any trouble.
No, 10%, that's what we're offering.
And how many days after you are going to pay?
35, you guys wanted 30, we're giving 35 days. Plus,
30 days because I'm covering an extra fee in case I'm having troubles. So you are going to give me 10% in anticipated payment, and I would like to give you 30 days to have the other percentage, and I'll cover a fee if I have any trouble.
no, it's 10%.
Basically, your product and everything is going to be completely safe because I'm covering a fee. And if I having more than 5 days, I'm covering a huge fee. So I would like 30 days and a 10% of anticipated payment. It's okay for me.
30 days. Fee of how? What? 10% of
And yes, tell me about the fee. What am I expecting to cover?
our 10% of payment in dollars, as we're paying 10% anticipated in
Okay.
dollars.
10% in dollars, no.
Is what we're paying.
Do you have?
Our anticipated, you're gonna give it back to us if you
No.
guys have arranged.
Okay, so let me just write it down. We have a 10% as an anticipated payment, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And you're going to give me
The rest in 30 days.
30 days after the other payment, the other percentage, and you're talking about the fee, right? Let me hear about the fee. Which is the percentage? How many days do I need to take into consideration in order to know that I need
We
to
can
cover?
make 5% if the package arrives from 5 to 10 days later, because that will stop
Let me
our.
do it. 5 to 10 days, I will need to cover a 10% fee. And what if my package arrives 11 to whatever days?
From 11 to 25,
Okay.
then the fee will increase. We can increase it to a 15%.
Okay, and that 50% as a company I need to cover in dollars? Is what are you are asking
It
for?
must be in dollars.
Okay, so let me just write it down, and of course I need to discuss this with my teams, but well, nice. And the payment, we were considering, we are asking for a 70% in dollars.
No
And
way.
you told
No, it's-
no,
It's hard.
what are you asking for?
We already said 40% in dollars, 60% bolivars.
What about 50-50?
No way. 40% dollars, 60% bolívares. I think that's clear enough.
Can you tell why is this that you're asking? Like,
Yes,
the
you
reason?
guys are in Venezuela. You don't need so much dollars. You also have another clients. That's what you said. So you can ask more money for your other clients, don't you?
That's not fair for our other clients. We're trying to make fair deals for everybody and not just favorites.
Exactly, fair deal. So you got 40% of our package in dollars. That's enough for covering your luggage. We can afford a long payment. Like for example, signing a contract that establishes that for a year we're gonna have you guys as our suppliers, and then that way you have all of our entering to Venezuela for imports. That's a huge amount of money entering to your company. For 40% for each embarkment, you guys are gonna have enough money to pay for all your machinery.
What about 45% dollars?
40% in dollars,
We are
60%
giving you,
bolívares.
we are giving you benefits. We are giving you a fee.
No, it's not a benefit. It's an
No.
insurance. If you guys miss
Which
the
other
contract,
company
you have zero.
pays you if we have troubles?
Any other
We
company.
are giving you a 10% in dollars if we have any trouble. And you know that in this world of logistics and of crazy world, you could have a problem.
Yeah, but
We are
that's
giving you an insurance of the 10 or 15% in dollars.
the problem.
You
of
are
who.
basically recovering what you are losing.
Who is in charge of the logistics? Who is in
Of
charge
course,
of the
I am
exports?
covering what I need to cover. And if I tell you it's going to be tomorrow, tomorrow will be.
Then you don't have to bother about
But
the
you
fee.
are basically knowing that your product is going to be there.
Then you don't worry about the
And
fee.
as a supplier of this service, we are giving you a lot of benefits.
If you're insured that there's not gonna be a mistake about the product, then don't worry about the fee. It's just an insurance. So you won't need to pay us anything. You have the 40% dollars to invest on your machinery. That's all you're getting. If you don't have to pay any fee, you won't misuse the dollars. Make sure your logistics and plans are everything okay.
Okay, let's make something. We're going to discuss this thing about the fee. And please just write down the 45% in dollars and discuss it. And we will gather together again in some minutes. Discuss about 45% in dollars. And I will discuss about the percentage of the fee in dollars.
Percent in bolívares.
5% in Bolivar.
And we're gonna have a payment 40% dollars, 60% bolívares.
Okay, let's discuss that.
So if the fee is a problem, that's what we can do. Like you're receiving 40% of dollars, so 5% would be nothing.
And what do you think about a fee? If I have a late of between 5 and 10 days, I'll give you, I will cover as a company a 7% fee.
Okay, you're talking about the travel, the product is less. But what happened if the product lost in the travel? You have the anticipated payment. And then what happened there?
Okay, I have the anticipated payment, which I will give you back if I lose your product.
Just make
Okay,
sure.
fair enough.
That
If
is
the payment is in dollars, the reimbursement will be in dollars.
of
too.
course, right? But the fee, if I have a late between 5 and 10 days, I will be able to cover a fee of 7%
Instead of 10.
instead of 10.
Okay, it's okay. Never mind.
And I have troubles between 11, whatever days, 25. I will cover a fee of 12%.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
I mean, this is just an insurance in case of something happens.
Yes. That basically will be kind of impossible, but I will cover it if everything happens.
Okay, let's discuss.
Okay, let me discuss this.
So we discussed in team, we agree with the 2 times the inflation. $40 is, 40% dollars is okay, 16 bolivares. We want the 15% of anticipation with a 35 days of payment, the other part. We will agree with a fee of 8% from 5 to 10 days. For fee of the 8%, 50% in dollars, 50% in bolivares, and from 11 to 25 days, 12%, 6 and 6.
Okay, we're going to be the 15% of anticipation, but we want 45 days instead of 35.
40 days.
45 days.
40 days.
40 days.
We're giving an increase
need-
of 5% of anticipation
And we are
in dollars.
and we're giving an increase of days. We're
Yeah.
considering this increase of the 15%, and we're giving you 5 days more. And you're asking.
Oh, 5 days! Oh my
Yes,
god!
okay, and I will give you 40 days in order to have 10 days more.
No, we want 45.
And we are giving 40% in dollars.
45.
We are receiving the 40% in dollars, and we are asking for only 40 days after the other payment.
45.
40.
45.
40.
45.
We are not able to continue 40.
We want 45.
No.
We want 45.
We want 40, we want the 15% of anticipated payment and 40 days after. Because we are receiving the 40% in dollars. And you are receiving the 60%. We are receiving the 40% in dollars.
And also you need to consider that we as a company have good relationship with the government. So you're not gonna have to worry about problems with the like the ones you had with Toral, the employees selling the containers to the black market. Okay, so you should be willing to pay that so that we can assure you that none of that will happen.
Okay, if you're talking that way, we are your major clients. If you lost us, you're alone.
We are your
Okay.
only
Only
supplier.
No, we were working with another one. We have more 3PLs.
Okay, then the other
The
one
ones
you
that
have
fail
trouble.
you.
The one that
Why
failed
are
you.
you coming with us?
We have more options, but we still have more options. You guys are us, your main clients. And you're about to lose us. We want 45%.
40 days.
Okay, guys, let's
well-
take this easy.
What we're able to do,
Yes, we can do
because
something
45
like
days,
we can
but forget about the fee.
exactly. You will not have the fee, but we can have the 45 days. Because well, that's what
Okay,
we can have for a better
Okay.
trade, for example, in this case.
let's recover.
Mhm.
2 times inflation. It's
Yes.
okay for us. Okay. 40% in dollars.
60% bolivars.
It's okay
Forget
for
the
us.
fee.
Okay, we forget the fee.
Fee, yes.
And we are receiving the 50% of anticipated payment. And we are receiving the rest in 45 days.
Yes. Yes, I believe that's
The better option.
the better option in this case, and also our teammate got angry, and
Okay,
we can believe that's the best option. No?
okay, let's just wait. You
I don't
can have-
believe she's not going
She
to.
will come back.
She will not come back, but we can
Close the deal.
close the deal.
You don't need to make any adjustment with her.
No.
She's okay.
No.
No, she's okay.
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 We have a deal.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we have.
My pleasure.